Hi everyone. I know not many of you can join me right now, and this is kind of a catch-up video to help some of you with panic attacks, anxiety, and general nervousness. There's two basic techniques that I find work very well, and you may use both of them, or you may find that there's only one that you really enjoy using. So the first one is rub your hands together. Just create a little bit of warmth between your palms of your hands. And then hold your hands apart, about so, as if you've got a small little soccer ball or, I don't know, kiddie's beach ball between your hands. And just bring your hands together, take them apart. Just notice, what do you feel between your hands? You should feel maybe a little bit of resistance or a bit of tingling or maybe even kind of energy feel if you're used to feeling energy. So now that you've practiced that a little bit, and then what I'd like you to do is, obviously I'm not asking you to have had or just recently have had a panic attack or some level of anxiety or nervousness, but maybe go back to a time when recently you have had something like that and rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. What did it feel like in your body? Was it mild, like a 3? Was it a bit more severe, maybe a 5? Was it full-blown out, number 10? Whatever it is, whatever you can remember it as, write that number down. Then when you've got that number, come back to the hands. Hold your hands like this. Now I want you to imagine that feeling of panic or anxiety in the hands, in that ball of energy or that little space between your hands, between the cupped palms of your hands. Imagine holding it there. When you've got it to the strength that resonates with that number that you have written down, slowly start drawing your hands apart at whatever speed you're comfortable with. Start pulling it apart further and further and further until you can stretch your arms as wide as you can. Come back, take a deep breath in and out. Focus on 3 different things in the room and go back and rate that feeling again. Where is it sitting now? Has it gone down? Has it stayed the same? Either way, unless it's at a 0, repeat the exercise again. What number is it sitting at? Concentrate on it in the palms of your hands, in that ball of energy there. Get it as strong as you can, pulling it apart as slowly as you need to go, maybe even slower than what I'm demonstrating. Whatever feels right for you. Deep breath in and out when you're finished. Focus on 3 things in the room. Rate it again. If it's still not at a 0, keep going, repeat it until you get it down. Even if it doesn't go down to a 0, if you get it down to something that's far more manageable, a 3, a 2, whatever. If it was at a 10, I don't expect that you're going to get it down straight away to anything much lower than a 3. But there's another technique that I have. So if you've got any large rings, you might want to take them off right now, because this is going to be, you're going to be rubbing your hands, almost as if you're applying hand cream to your hands. Have your hands slightly cupped. Let me demonstrate the technique first, and then I'll teach you how to use it. So what you're doing, right hand, watch, I was on my right hand, slightly cupped hands again, and I'm running my fingers, starting there. Hang on, let's get this on the camera. Running so that my little finger is running across those knuckles there. But keep your fingers together as you're doing it. Run it all the way until this part of your hand touches this part of the other hand so that you run it up and over. Then slide it so that your thumb is now going to be in line with your knuckles again. And take it back to there. That's one revolution. So let's do it again. Keeping the little finger along those knuckles, all the way across to the fleshy part of your hand and the karate point, and then back down again with the thumb coming across those knuckles again. One revolution. Now comes the really tricky part, because we're going to swap around. Again, little finger is going to go across the knuckles. So starting here, little finger up, across the knuckles, all the way across, down, and thumb across the knuckles again. Let's try it again. Little finger across the knuckles, all the way up, slide it across, and back down again. Basically, when you start off, when you're working with your right hand and your left hand down and your right hand on top, you're rubbing in a clockwise direction. When you swap it and do it the other way around, you're rubbing it in an anti-clockwise direction. We do this in rounds of 4. So 4 with the right hand rubbing the left hand. That's 2, 3, 4. And again with the other hand. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, going back to whatever feeling it is that you're trying to work on. Rate it again in your body. On the scale of 0 to 10, what number is it sitting at? And write that number down. When you've written it down, imagine you have that feeling in the palm of your hand, almost like a little bit of hand cream that you're going to rub into your hands. Concentrate on having that feeling sitting in the palm of your hand. What does it feel like? Okay, I've got my number. I can imagine it sitting there. Now, holding your left hand down, slightly cupped again, just like that, you're going to start with a round of 4. Let me turn again so I can get my hands in the screen for you. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then swap the other hand. Right hand down, left hand on top. We're going to go anti-clockwise. Little finger across the knuckles again. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you've done that, take in a deep breath in and out again. Focus on 3 different things in the room, random things. It doesn't matter if it's the same 3 things that you used last time. Go back and rate the feeling. What's the number? Has it gone down? Has it stayed the same? If it hasn't gone down, repeat it again. If it's gone down but not decreased an awful lot, repeat it again. When you're doing this on your hands, it's a gentle movement, as if you're rubbing cream onto your hands. It's not a harsh movement. If you have problems with being touched and you prefer to, you can actually go above your hand. It will work just as well without actually touching. Just keeping to the same pattern, as if the little finger is running across the knuckles, and when you come back, the thumb is rubbing across the knuckles. To try and get it down from a 10 is really quite difficult. This isn't really the forum for that sort of thing. If you're really struggling, please give me a shout and let me know. And I'd also like to know how you got on with this. Has it helped? Has it made any difference? Whether it's made a difference or not, I'd really, really like to know. Let me know in the comments, or you can send me a private message if you don't want it public and have everybody see what we're talking about. Let me know how it goes for you and what you found when you worked with this. Thanks. Have a fabulous day.